Where was your headspace at before this came around, of what you were looking for, what you wanted to do with your life and career?
I didn't know. I went back home. Went back to the place I grew up, and I got into my garden, peeled it all back. I was just trying to remember who I was. I want to be defined by what I do and not what has been done to me. So I needed to remember who I was. And as soon as I did that, things just started percolating. You know, Barry Weissler called me, the show, I don't know, Pam and Tommy, I've never seen it, and I never had anything to do with it, came out, and he called me and said, you know, I know you're capable. I don't want people to think of you that way. I want you to come do Roxy in Chicago. And we'd met a long time ago through Rob Marshall, and they wanted me to do it. But my kids were still in school, and I just basically was too scared. So I said, well, when? And he goes, now. I was like, no, not like in a year, maybe in a year. And he goes, no, now, tomorrow, I want you on a plane. And I went to LA for 1 month, and then I went to 2 weeks in New York, and then I did Broadway for 8 weeks. And I didn't know if I could sing or dance or act on stage, but I could do all of it at the same time. Oh, thank you.
So was there a sense of like, what do I have to lose? Like, I mean, this is an amazing opportunity.
My whole life has been like that. What do I have to lose? You know, I'm pretty fearless with that. But I always felt like I knew I was capable of more, and I kind of was beating myself up when I went home, like, you know, I really screwed up, or I didn't work hard enough, or, you know, just events that had happened in my life. And I thought, you know, I'm not like a woe is me person, but I was just like, fuck, you know? Sorry. I was like, so I kind of was like, you know, I don't know. And then to be able to put my heart and soul into Roxy and make her a vulnerable character too, which was a different choice. And then when this came along, I thought, this is what that feeling is when an actor or an artist sees a project that they have to do. It's life or death. And it was so important. And I remember calling Gia, and we were on this Zoom, and I was selling myself to her. She's like, no, I want you to do it. You know, that's why I sent you the script. I'm like, no, but I can do this. You know I can do it. And she goes, no, I know you can do it. Relax.
Yeah, I mean, it is a major switch in the brain because for decades you've been kind of boxed into these, you know, acting-wise, you have not been given these opportunities.
Well, I mean, like I said, being a part of pop culture is a blessing, and it's a little bit of a curse if you want to convince people that you can do other things. And I think I just started really walking my talk. I didn't want to be that cartoon character I'd been walking around like, and I thought, how do people look at me any differently? I mean, this is what I'm presenting to the world. So it was years of, you know, figuring that out, I guess, you know, and then having somebody see me on the documentary, and my son Brandon also produced that documentary, and, you know, you don't know why you're doing things sometimes, and then just kind of, it just happened. But I said, when I read the script, I thought, okay, you know, put your head down, you're gonna work really hard, this might be the only movie you're ever gonna do, and do you wanna be remembered? How do you want your legacy to be? And I said, so I have to experiment, and, you know, I wanted to work on my voice, I wanted to work on everything. So I just did the best I could, and I'm glad it's been well received, but we worked really hard on it.